All right, everyone, welcome down to yet another episode of Those Nerds You Know. My name is Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
And we are Those Nerds You Know. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening for so long if you've been here from the beginning, which I assume maybe one person has.
One person.
Looking at you. Eddie? I don't know. Is it you? Who's been here since the beginning?
I haven't been there since the beginning.
Have you listened to the...
Nope, sorry. I don't listen to old things. I told you this.
No, I'm just wondering
I always go for the current thing.
who we would have told at the beginning who's listened to the first one. Maybe Michael, maybe Scott. I don't know.
Maybe Scott, yeah. Scott hasn't listened from the beginning?
I imagine it would be Scott.
Because I assumed it would be Scott, because, since David was on there to begin with.
If anyone, it was probably be Scott. Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
And greetings to anyone else who's come on since then. We're very thankful to have you all.
If we get more listeners, we'll make more shout-outs. Who knows?
That's right. If there's anyone else that we know listens on a regular basis. But yeah, anyway, I'm making a deal of this because it's our 50th episode. Woo!
Not my 50th episode.
Well, yeah, it's Ethan's 50th episode. Yeah!
Congratulations.
Thanks, broski.
It's almost been a year.
Yeah, it's nearly
almost
been a year. I think it technically has been a year because we were just really bad at like getting things out consistently at first. Like I think it actually has been a year since David and I first sat down to record.
That's cool.
But so that's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, 50 episodes, that's a big milestone. We're happy to have that. And as such, rather than bring you any real content, we're going to go ahead and look through all of our old stuff and tell you what we liked about it.
The real content will come later.
Yes, it will. So what we wanted to do is take a bit and look through all the things that we've reviewed thus far, and I split them into 4 categories. And
Ethan is going to lead the way because I don't remember any of them, and he has a list.
And you weren't here for all of them, so that'll be fun. But essentially, we're going to walk through all of them and name our favorites. Maybe top 1, top 2, top 3. We'll see our favorites in these following 4 phenomenal categories. Eddie, we've got movies, which is our largest category. TV, anime/manga. I combined the 2 of those.
Because they're practically the same thing.
That, and because we only had like maybe 2 manga reviews, and they were both mine. One of them was for a manga reader, right? And one of them was for a manga that we also reviewed the anime of in the same moment, which was My Hero Academia. So Anyways, and then the 4th category is video games, which it's probably our smallest category.
What are those?
What are they in general? I think before you started on the pod, we'd only reviewed 1 video game. And it was like just something that like it was like when we still did the format where David and I would each bring an additional topic to our main topic, and David's topic one day was Overwatch, and that was just it.
Right. I remember that. I did watch that. Or listen to that, rather. You can't watch podcasts. You
could have watched it on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. We're on YouTube, Eddie. What? Should we start with the smaller categories and work our way up?
I mean...
Is that what we should do? Or should we start with... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's do that. Let's start with video games.
You have a list. Do what's on your list.
Let's start with video games. Video games is our smaller category. We'll work our way to our big one, movie category.
It's the biggest one for me, though.
That way we'll retain... Yeah, it is the biggest one for you. That way we'll retain people listening until they get to the one they want to listen to, the movie ones. Yeah. Unless they skip through. That's fine. So, video games. So there's 5 video games that we've reviewed, and I added the 3 episodes where we talked about PAX GDC and my Glitch City fundraiser trip in case we wanted to pad out this section. So we'll see. I don't know. Let's just talk about the 5 video games that are in this section. First off, I have listed Sea of Thieves, Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Overwatch. Is there any that I missed? I'm pretty sure those are them. Because when we talked about the Glitch City one, I reviewed all the things that I played that night. But I don't remember all of them, and I didn't listen to the episode again.
Kind of unimportant too.
Yeah,
to be fair,
I think of our 3 like video game convention-esque things, PAX, GDC, and Glitch City, I think my favorite was PAX, just because we both participated in that one. But GDC, that was me telling you how GDC went, and Glitch City, that was me telling you how Glitch City went. So, but to be fair, Mario Odyssey was you telling me how Mario Odyssey was, and Sea of Thieves was you telling me how Sea of Thieves was. But that's okay. That's fine. I don't know. I'll let you take hold of this. So of the 5, let's rank them. What's our number? What's our number 5? What's the one we care least about?
Number 5 is definitely Sea of Thieves.
Okay,
like,
I
out of all those,
that. Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, it's fallen short. Like they have a new event that's out right now, but I haven't even looked at it. Did
that fall in line with like the timeline that they said new things were going to come out, or is this sooner than they were?
Kind of. I don't know the extent of the event, so all I know is that there's a new sea monster or something, and I know there's a couple of new like aesthetic things, but that's about it, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah. Sounds like a great game. Yeah.
I wasted $60, but it's fine. I wrote a commission for that, so it's whatever.
Cool. What about have you what is it? Oh, dang it. I recently watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Wood from Beat 'em Ups. He talked about, one of his recent videos was like lesser known, or like, I don't remember how he phrased it, but like things that are supposed to be talked about at E3 that you probably didn't, or probably games that you probably forgot about that will be at E3. And one of them is a Pirates game, and I freaking wish I remember what that was called. Oh,
can you describe it? Or...
It looks really good.
Okay.
It sort of looks like, I guess it's more realistic. Like it looks more like what I think that Assassin's Creed game with Black Flag looked like, I guess. You can control a whole ship. It just seems like it was.
Are you talking about Skull and Bones?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Skull and Bones.
I think I saw something about that.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you were.
That seems to be like the. Yeah, that it's when you said Assassin's Creed that kind of tipped me off because it's by Ubisoft, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it was announced like forever ago, but like this is supposedly the E3 where we're gonna see, I guess, what they've been doing.
Well, I mean, it won't take much to get past Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, so. Yeah, I imagine.
if they make it look pretty, and they just put content in it, then it'll be...
I think it's less cartoon like, because I think Sea of Thieves had like a Fortnite feel to it, right?
Yeah, it is very very Fortnite-y. Yeah. But seeing the release of Fortnite, and I'm sure they paid attention to it.
Yes, I'm sure.
They know what not to do and what to do with this game, so
hopefully
it'll be better, and I'm sure it will be because Ubisoft knows how to make games.
And it already seems like it already seems like it has more features and options and different things to do, because I think that was the big problem with Sea of Thieves, right? There just wasn't a whole lot to actually do.
And they made Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so they already have piracy, things under their belt, and apparently that was a good game. So
did you not play it?
I have not played any Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know. Neither have I, even though I own one. Look, don't question me, Eddie. Question my methods. No, like a while ago.
I can't really talk. I have I think I have like 180 games in my Steam.
Yeah, anybody who has a Steam account can talk.
I played like 20 games out of this 180.
Yeah, like it was just a while ago. I was at a GameStop and I bought a bunch of used 360 games that I'd never played before but heard were good, including Borderlands. I think I bought like Borderlands, that Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and like Infamous maybe. But this was like shortly before I realized my Xbox 360 was on the fritz, so just haven't been able to play them.
Makes sense.
Anyway, so Sea of Thieves is the bottom of our list of 5.
Yeah.
Other games on the list are Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Overwatch. I can guess your number one. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can't. Oh. I guess it depends on. I guess it depends on if you consider Zelda better than Mario. Because I know Ocarina of Your Time is your favorite Zelda, right?
Ocarina of Time is not my favorite Zelda.
Majora's Mask. Sorry,
yeah,
forgot about that. I think I remember comparing Ocarina of Time to Breath of the Wild. Did you prefer Ocarina of Time? Was that the case? Oh, you preferred Majora's Mask. I guess it's just Majora's Mask.
Well, Majora's Mask is my favorite.
Right.
Wind Waker is my second favorite, and
Wind Waker. That's what I was thinking of. That must be what I was thinking.
Ocarina of Time is probably third.
Gotcha.
On that list. Okay. But fourth, jeez.
It's a big call out of these four.
I would actually have to put Ocarina of Time as number 4.
All right.
Yeah. So, because I mean, it's a great game, and it defined like a generation of consoles and adventure games and things like that. And I'll give that all the credit. But there's a lot of drawbacks to the game. Like there's a lot of. I mean, it shows its age, especially with the controls and like the enemies and stuff like that. And you've experienced this with the 3DS game.
Most certainly have. Very recent memory.
But yeah, Ocarina of Time would have to be fourth. I respect it, but you know, it's an oldie, and it's definitely known to be an oldie.
Righto.
So yeah,
I'd agree.
I mean, even in this list, I'd probably put Majora's Mask at like number 1. Like if Majora's Mask was in this list.
Right.
Which it shares the same controls, which I guess is kind of hypocritical. But I did thoroughly enjoy Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
But in this list, particularly, Ocarina of Time is number 4.
Gotcha. Other ones we've got are Overwatch, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Odyssey.
Overwatch is number 3.
Number 3. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you still play it?
Yes. I played it actually during this past event. There was the anniversary event came out.
Oh, cool. And, is that a 2-year anniversary? Or?
Yeah, it's the second year.
Gotcha.
And I played that a lot. And one of my friends is into it a lot, so I just decided to play with him a little bit.
Good stuff. Who do you main?
I kind of main one from each class, just in case I need to fill.
Who are your favorite from each class?
My favorite, so I'm going to go through each one.
Gotcha.
My offensive one is Soldier 76. I hate to be that guy, but
no, I'm fine with being that guy.
Yeah, he's your regular,
he's your
first person shooter,
your basic B first person shooter,
machine gun guy.
Yeah.
But I have been playing McCree a lot, which is he's more of a sharpshooter cowboy. He's the sharpshooter cowboy, and that's his play style. He throws flashbangs, and you can fan the hammer of his gun to shoot someone down and things like that. But his is more like point blank, one shot at a time, whereas Soldier 76 is a rapid fire sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you have to be more accurate with McCree.
Yep.
And I've been getting some good results with him, so I've been liking him in offense.
Sweet.
Defense is most likely Junkrat. Junkrat, he has a grenade launcher gun, basically, and and he throws mines and stuff. And you'll notice the theme aside from offense that I like the non-aiming champion or heroes. So just AOE or vicinity heroes.
Just
I
roundabout. Just get it over there.
It depends on how senseless I feel like playing, but because you can just spam stuff with Junkrat. And however, Symmetra, who is my support class main, is being moved to defense, and they're combining offense and defense classes for some reason. I don't know why.
Interesting.
But they're doing that, and they're moving Symmetra to defense because they're reworking her, and her rework looks amazing. But she was my main of my support classes.
Cool.
She puts down turrets and stuff, and
gotcha.
Basically kills people from afar. But if you get close to her, she has this microwave gun, which attaches to the enemy hero, and it builds up charge as you go. So the longer you have it on them, the more damage it does.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
You can just jump around them. She's Hindi.
Okay. I don't think I ever really.
She usually wears a blue dress, or like a blue outfit, long black hair, and she has a
okay. That's sounding a little more familiar.
A metal arm. Yeah.
Okay.
She's Hindu.
Mm-hmm. Who's your healer?
Let's see. Well, that's support.
That is support?
I would have to, if I went with healer, I would probably have to go with Moira, actually, who's a new character that was just recently introduced.
Moira.
She's Irish, I believe.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, she does like the whole like half and half thing. She can damage people, or rather suck their life force and then heal her allies with her other hand.
Okay.
Yeah. It used to be Mercy, but I haven't really enjoyed playing her with her rework. But you know, it's a different play style.
Yep, these things happen. Do they have like versions where you can play older reworks, like outside of ranked?
No,
interesting.
Not right now. I mean, they might do that in like arcade stuff in the future, but I doubt it. And as for a tank, it's probably Reinhardt, who's the big beefy German guy, and he has a gigantic shield and a gigantic hammer, and he can basically anchor tank, which means you can stay in one spot and have your teammates pepper people from behind and stuff like that.
Neato.
Yeah, so he's probably my main tank guy.
Solid.
But that's about it. So those are the 4 classes. So, but Overwatch is definitely third on that list because it's fun to play, but it gets tiring. It gets repetitive a lot.
Gotcha.
So, and I don't play ranked very much at all. So, ranked isn't that great in any game, honestly.
Okay. Well,
ranked is like play ranked games.
Ranked is almost the only way I play Brawlhalla. I'll play some warm up and free for all.
Or do you have a choice?
Yeah, you have a choice.
Play? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll play some warm up and free for all. If I haven't played.
Can
for a
you
while.
talk to these people on Brawlhalla?
There's a post game chat where angry people will say words.
Well, see, things like that happens throughout the entirety of the games. in like Overwatch and like League of Legends and things like that.
Yeah, nah.
If you can have constant contact with the enemy, then it gets really toxic.
You could open a chat while playing, so if you're like super skilled and can type while playing, I think you could, but I don't think anyone's gonna do that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very productive.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like ranked, I mostly play 1-on-1. There's 2v2 ranked, but like there wouldn't be a whole lot of, because it would just be you talking to the other person. You're like, it seems like that would get real toxic real fast.
It does, and like that contact between players and enemy players is what makes ranked so incredibly frustrating and just stressful.
Absolutely, I agree.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's why I don't really play ranked in very many games that I play.
Yeah, I guess,
namely Overwatch and League of Legends.
That makes sense. Yeah, I totally understand that. That's one reason why I'm happy that Brawlhalla is just a post game chat where if they start saying things, I can just report them. But like, in all reality, it's usually 9 out of 10 people will just say GG and get off. Like it's fine.
Yeah, and that does happen a lot. But I mean, there's always that person.
Yeah,
like you'll run into regardless.
It's just the one.
and Brawlhalla is not a game with a lot of downtime anyway. Right. Whereas League of Legends and Overwatch, you have to go through just lots of downtime between like action.
Good stuff. Okay, we are down to
second is Mario Odyssey.
Okay, I was wondering real quick. All right, I was wondering how difficult this was going to be, but that's good.
No.
I think I agree.
Well, you haven't played Mario Odyssey.
I mean, yes, but I can't see myself liking it more than Breath of the Wild. I'm still playing Breath of the Wild. Like I played it probably last night. Like I'm still finding places I haven't been. I'm at such a loss right now, though. Because like I know that there are other shrine quests that I haven't completed, but I can't find them. And if I can't find them, then I can't get the hints towards them, so I don't know. I don't know where to go to find things.
Yeah.
But I know there's more shrines because I have 3 orbs right now, and I know they wouldn't just leave me with 3.
No, definitely not. But Mario Odyssey would be my second under this list because it's just a great game. It was an all-around, just fun to play, more than anything. Like, the story, bleh, whatever. But
right. It was a Mario story.
I said this in my Mario review, but it was extremely fun to play, and I would be happy with playing it again.
Cool beans.
Even though I've gotten everything in the game. It's just enjoyable.
I should probably play it, but I'm just looking at all the stuff that's going to come out on Switch, and I don't think Mario will be the next thing I buy.
And hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah. It was fun to play, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't yet, because it's just enjoyable. Nintendo's always prided themselves on the fun of the game before the look of a game.
Gotcha.
And, it's definitely that.
It's very true. Breath of the Wild #1.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing.
I mean, it is amazing. Just like Ocarina of Time, it's redefined the exploration and the Zelda franchise as a whole.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
It deserves all the praise that it's gotten. And there are drawbacks, as do all games have, but it's nearly perfect.
Yeah, it really freaking is, and I enjoy it so much.
Yeah,
obviously, still playing it. It's very good. I think I agree with your rankings, but for myself personally, I'd switch Ocarina and Overwatch.
Yeah, of course you would, because you've never played Overwatch.
Look, I've played it a few times, Eddie, Barry. Look. Yeah, no, I played it a few times at old girl's house. Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee. You get a hello too, but you have to go through the entire episode to get it. Woo.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I played it at her place. David just sat me down and was like, "Hey, here, play this game." I was like, "Okay."
Right. I'll give you that.
That's out there. I've played as 76, and I've played as what's the dreadlock reggae guy?
Oh, Lucio.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I played a bit as
reggae guy.
I played a bit as the
he's a Brazilian DJ.
Whatever. Close enough.
Oh my lord.
South of us, and he plays music. And no.
Oh my god.
I played as a robot that can become a turret.
That's Bastion.
Bastion. There you go. That was a good time.
He's not very well liked amongst the Overwatch community. He's considered the newbie.
Excellent.
hero.
That was precisely what I was. That's what I did. I sat down on or near a payload and just shot people that came near it.
Yeah, I mean that's what he does. So.
Excellent.
You played him well.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. Let's see. So that's our video games. Let us know if our ranks are right and if we should review more video games.
It doesn't matter what people think. It's our opinion.
Indeed, it's our opinion.
You can't say my opinion's wrong. Get over yourself.
Let us know what other video games we should add to our roster in the next 50 episodes. Because that's definitely our most lacking field. We can do more of that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Moving on, let's do the next largest section, which will be TV. Now these are I kept live action. I made this live action with the exception of one. That's a DC animated series called Young Justice that we reviewed. I kept in TV.
I didn't review this.
We reviewed it. I kept it in TV just because I didn't feel good putting it in the anime section.
No, I know. Yeah,
but yeah,
I was taken aback for a moment because I forgot I wasn't here the entire time.
You were not here for that one, and you weren't here for all of these either. But I imagine you've seen at least a little bit of some of them, or know what they are. All right, so the list is there are I think 8 of them. Arrow. I put here Marvel series because we just reviewed all of them in a one go. We could just pick the best one, Daredevil season 1.
Wow.
Or you could replace that with Jessica Jones season 1.
Yes, that's actually what I was going to retort with.
That's fine.
Because I very much enjoyed the first season of Jessica Jones.
Yes, which a lot of people do, and I'm sure that's perfectly fine and acceptable. Just as long as your favorite is not Luke Cage or Iron Fist, that's fine.
I mean, I don't see why either of those would be anyone's favorite. But
Absolutely, you are correct. Moving forward, also Punisher, I didn't include in that because we did that one separately, so Punisher is its own section. The Flash show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Power Rangers, that was a David one, The Defenders, and Young Justice.
Okay, so 5 out of 8 I have not seen.
You haven't seen 5 of these? Which 3 have you seen?
I haven't seen. I saw The Defenders,
The Punisher,
the Marvel series,
right?
X and The Punisher. Out of those.
All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. All right. Then I'll start. I think 8 bottom would be Power Rangers, but I love you, David. I do. I love you, but if we include Iron Fist and Defenders, I'll put those down there. They can be number 9 together.
No,
not
you
Iron Fist,
can't include.
Iron Fist and like Luke Cage. That's what I meant. Those can be 9.
Stop trying to make people feel better, Ethan.
The Power Rangers is just so. There are. I agree that there are moments that are good, but it varies so wildly in quality that it just can't be. Oh, have you? I don't. Well, you might not care about this, but some listeners might. I think Saban recently sold it again, so it's not in his hands anymore. This man brought Power Rangers here, sold it to Disney, bought it back from Disney, which is, it's that process just sounds ridiculous to me.
That's and difficult.
Yes.
Because the mouse has his paws on everything.
Yes, so. And recently sold it to, I think, whatever toy company makes the toys for them.
Bandai? No.
I don't know if it's. I think it might be Hasbro.
Oh yeah, that might be it.
So yeah, that recently happened, which I'm just like, okay. I'm wondering if he'll buy it back from them if they start wrecking it. Like, I'm wondering if that'll happen. Like, I just feels like he's just like, so yeah, I got this as far as I could, sell it to Disney, and then Disney tries to just destroy it, and he's like, no, my baby, and so he buys it back, does it well enough, and I guess maybe he was just doing it well enough. Maybe he just needed another paycheck. I don't know. But it's just it's just so strange to me.
But I mean, at that point, just negotiate something with Disney.
Yeah,
but I guess if they wanted just to distance themselves from it, then I guess you can't really.
Well, I think Disney was planning to eventually just cancel it, and I think that's why he purchased it, because he didn't want it to stop.
Yeah.
So maybe if he might have worked something out with Hasbro to like make them have to continue doing it, or if they're not going to continue doing it, he might get first negotiation rights to get it back. Something like that. I don't know. That's just me speculating. I have no idea. But anyway, number 8 on this list, Power Rangers. Definitely at the bottom. Let's see. What will be next for me? I'd say probably Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just because
I was like, it's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like not on your high list.
It's not. It was just because I never watched it. It never grabbed me. David really liked it, and from what I hear, it went through like seasons of lull and then got good towards the end. Like these past couple seasons have been decent, but that's like 6 or 7 seasons of TV that I'm probably just not going to watch ever. So that'll be 7 for me. Getting on up there. Oof. It's hard to compare the Defenders to like Flash and Arrow.
Why?
I guess because like Arrow and Flash are both like similar to Power Rangers in a way. In some ways, like they have really good seasons and then they have really meh seasons. So I guess if we're comparing like the best season of Arrow to Defenders and the best season of Flash to Defenders, I don't think Defenders wins that, because the best season of Arrow, I really like season 2 of Arrow. Like, it's pretty gosh darn good.
I'm sure the second season of Defenders will be pretty spectacular.
It may be. I mean, I'm not sure about that at all. The next Luke Cage season looks pretty good. I don't know about Iron Fist. In fact, I don't even know if we're having another Defenders. Is that confirmed?
I don't know.
I thought
I'm sure there will be. Like, it's Netflix. Come on.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, I'm not sure.
They want that money though.
I'm sure they do, but I don't know if Jessica Jones season 2 did as well as they would have hoped. I don't care. As long as I get Daredevil season 3, I don't really care. Okay.
I think you're just biased, Ethan.
I think the Flash would be my number 6.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I think Flash would be my number 6. I've only seen a little bit of it, but I can't see it being better than the Defenders or Young Justice or the Punisher or Arrow or Daredevil / Jessica Jones. So that's what I would have to go for me.
But you can't really rank something that you haven't seen, Ethan.
Can I though? Because I've heard a lot about it. Like, the reason it's on this list is because David literally reviewed a whole season of it. So like, I sat across from him and had him just explain to me everything that happened. So like, I know more or less the entirety of season 3 and 2, and I watched a bit of 1. So I feel like I'm all right. So yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have included the ones that just David did.
No. We're doing this for reals. Everything we've done on this show, that's what we're doing. That's what this is about. Okay. So where are we at? Number 8 was Power Rangers. Number 7 was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Number 6 is Flash. Number 5, I would put... Okay, in your humble opinion, do you think... Which Punisher or Defenders? Which one do you think is better?
Better? I feel like the Punisher was superior.
I agree. I'm in that same boat. I'm gonna put the Defenders as my 5.
Just because I love Frank and I think he's a big violent teddy bear and he's adorable.
Yes. You do like those big violent teddy bears. That's good. Yeah, I'd put Defenders as my 5. Punisher is my 4.
Okay.
Which leaves Young Justice, the Marvel series, so Daredevil or Jessica Jones, and then Arrow. I think Arrow is my number... What are we at? 4?
3.
3, sorry. Yeah, Arrow's my number 3. Arrow's my number 3. I think Young Justice is my 2, and Daredevil is my 1.
And Jessica Jones by association.
There you go. Jessica Jones by association is Ethan's favorite thing that he's reviewed on this channel, but hasn't actually reviewed because he hasn't seen it.
Yeah. Well, this can be a combination of yours and mine. And
gotcha. Yeah. That's
we can both have number 1 with our Marvel series.
So you agree with that? With at least the Marvel series, you've seen Jessica Jones, then Punisher, then the Defenders, from top to bottom.
Say that one more time.
So Jessica Jones is your top Marvel series, followed by Punisher, followed by the Defenders.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes, I would rank those as the ones I've seen and know anything about whatsoever.
Do you know anything about Young Justice?
Nope. Just that Eric and you really want me to watch it, and I'm just like,
I know. I mean, you don't like superheroes.
I mean, I do.
Right. I imagine you've warmed up to
like
them some way.
DC heroes.
I get that.
Very much.
It's really good though, Eddie. Like it's so good.
Trust me, you're not the only one that has said this. And it's like,
and it's on Netflix. You can just watch all of it.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything to
and we're getting a 3rd season, so we're probably going to talk about it again on this show. So you may as well watch it.
You cannot threaten me.
Fine. You're at least going to hear me talk about it again. This is not the last you will hear of Young Justice. It's super good. It's great. It's a good time.
Because I still have to watch Voltron.
You do, if you feel like continuing. That's also on this list. Don't think I forgot about that. But yeah, there we are. That's where we're at on TV shows we've seen. Woo! We did it. All right. Next biggest section is anime and manga. We had a lot more of these than I thought we did. But
yeah.
And also, there are some on this list that I'm sure that you have not seen, and I have not seen either. Or at least there's at least one. So number one on the list is Your Name. I know that's a feature film, but it's an anime feature film. So
yeah,
I just
counts.
Put it on this section rather than the movie section.
It's on my anime list.
Yes.
It counts.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Your Name, Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Death Note, which we reviewed more or less in tandem with the Death Note movie that's on Netflix. It's on the movie section. But the Death Note anime. Blame, which is like a 3D anime like movie based on a manga of the same name. It's on Netflix. My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia Vigilantes, the manga, because there's no anime for that. Voltron, because I consider that an anime. Coyote Ragtime Show. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shenju.
Words.
Have you seen that one?
No.
Okay. It's like a period anime about Rakugo that David absolutely loves, and with good reason. I'm sure it's great. I listened to him review the whole show and explain it to me, and that was fun. Super great time. But it'll probably be close to the bottom of the list simply because I do not know much about it and haven't seen it. Next, Gargantia on the Verteros planet, which is one that I reviewed that you probably haven't seen. And then Yu Yu Hakusho. Have you seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
We do go over this every time we bring this up.
I know. I just never remember who my true friends are, Eddie.
Oh, wow. I've seen the tournament one this season. I think it's the second season you mentioned.
The Dark Tournament. If it is, in fact, the season that has tournament in its name. Because it is a tournament anime, so everything ends up being a tournament. But there is one...
where he fought the big... The
big muscly dude?
Yeah,
the demonic... Oh, no, that's not the Dark Tournament. That is just the Saint Beast is what that's called.
With Saint Beasts, yeah.
Yes.
Whatever.
So that's when each member of our 4-man team fought one of the 4 Saint Beasts.
Is that season 2?
I'm trying to place.
Oh, come on, Mr. Yu Yu Hakusho expert.
Look, they're not. The seasons aren't split into really like accurate chunks. So like season 4 starts with the end of Sensui, which was most of season 3. And so it's like you would assume that they would beat Sensui in season 3, but no, they beat him in the first like 3 episodes of season 4, which is the final season. I don't know. I would imagine the Saint Beast fall either at the end of season 1 or beginning of season 2, or both of those.
That's what I've seen. So
okay, cool. That's fine. That's a decent place to see. That gives you a good run of the characters, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know all about the characters. Urameshi.
Yeah, Urameshi. Yes. Okay, first off, I'm going to put Coyote Ragtime Show at the bottom of this list. Not that I didn't enjoy that anime, but it most certainly does not measure up to anything else on this list. It's just a dumb anime that I saw a little bit of. It's basically like Treasure Planet kind of, but with more explosions.
And you reviewed this on the show?
I reviewed this on the show, I think, with David when he was still here, because it's an anime that I own and have seen. There's several anime that I saw like a couple episodes of years ago when I was younger that I'm now like trying to find on eBay or at cons the entire series of so that I can watch all of it, and that is just one of those series. Another one of those series is Samurai Champloo, which is on my bookshelf right now, and I have not finished it, but I will.
Yeah,
no worries, everybody. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be my bottom. How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's number 11. Coyote Ragtime Show, number 11. I'll put Shogun Roku Rakugo Shenju next, not because it's bad, but because I just haven't seen it.
Again, including things that you haven't seen.
Look, that's what we're doing. We're committed to our fans who have been here from the beginning and have listened to all of these. Scott, we're here for you. What's next? I don't know what will be next. Have you seen most of these that I've mentioned?
Because
this is going to be
probably
hard.
Not. I'll be honest. I've
seen. I think you have.
Go over the list again.
Okay. So Your Name, the movie Your Name.
Yeah.
Seven Deadly Sins, which you reviewed with me.
Mm-hmm.
Death Note. Blame, which I don't think you've seen, probably not. My Hero Academia, which I know you have seen because you own. My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which I reviewed at you, and you read a few chapters of. Voltron, which you have not seen. Cody Ragtime Show, you have not seen. Shogun Roku Rakugo Shinju, neither of us have seen. Gargantua on the Verderos planet, you probably have not seen. And Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, only 4 of those. And that's, I haven't seen Death Note either, so.
Oh, you haven't actually seen it? Okay, that's fine. It'll probably be towards the top of this list. Spoiler alert.
So, I mean, I know about it, and I know how...
I mean, I only recently watched it for the first time.
Critically acclaimed.
Literally, I finished watching this a few months ago, so, like, I'm not... No judgment there. Oh, man. I think probably next would be Your Name for me.
Really?
Just because it doesn't carry as much significance to me as the other ones do. I liked it. It's beautiful. It's very well done. But Death Note's more so. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Blame is the next one on my list. Because it's another one that was good, I felt. Well done, but not... It's kind of forgettable, and it's not... Hasn't made a mark on my heart like all of these other great animes have.
My heart.
So bottom's Kaiju Ragtime Show, then Shogun Roku Rakugo Shinju, then Blame. So Blame's number 9. Number 8. This is so difficult. Number 8.
Yu Yu Hakusho. No,
I'm sorry. 8 would then be Your Name. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. 8 would then be Your Name for a similar reason to Blame. It didn't hammer home anything crazy to my heart.
I cried.
I mean, I would have cried if I felt emotions.
If I had a heart.
Number 7 for me. Erg. I think number 7 for me will probably be 7 Deadly Sins. One, because it's just fitting. It's fitting for it to be number 7.
We're not going for fitting.
I think it's as we've said, it's a surprisingly good anime. Like it's an anime that you wouldn't expect to be good, but it is. But there are a couple things in it that I'm just like, why is this here? Like, all this groping doesn't need to be here. So
yeah.
I'll let that knock
I mean, that
down.
doesn't... that sometimes perturbs me, but I don't think it detracts from the story.
I agree, but there are other anime on this list that are as good or better, and they don't have that in it. So... that was 7. 6. 6 for me is probably Vigilantes, My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
Okay.
Although that probably could be switched back and forth with 7 Deadly Sins.
Really?
Yeah. I think 7 Deadly Sins is probably more... I think the pacing's better in 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do 7 as 7 would be Vigilantes, 6 will be 7 Deadly Sins. Move that up the rank. That was 6. So now we're in the top 5, Eddie.
Oh my.
I'll do 5 for me.
Ethan's top 5.
Ethan's top 5 will be Gargantua on the Verderos planet. Because it really struck a chord with me. It's an anime that just kind of another one that kind of came out of nowhere for me. And there are things in it that, like 7 Deadly Sins, where I'm just like, why is this in here? There's a little bit of fan service, but it's not, certainly by modern anime standards, not a lot at all. But I really connected with the main character in that one, and sort of his discovery of his own humanity and learning how to, like, live a life after his previous life that had been set up for him basically gets destroyed and ruined, and he has no other opportunity or no other way of moving forward except by adapting to a new way of living, and sort of forgetting his old thought patterns and actually considering how detrimental his way of thinking was. Like, I really connected with that. I really liked that. Like, coming home from my mission when I had to, like, just adapt essentially to a new form of life, and to me where I'd never given any thought, or I'd only given minimal thought to my life after a mission up until my mission. Like, my whole point in life, really, my main purpose had been to get to my mission and get on my mission and serve a mission, and then I didn't think much past getting home. And for Leto, the main character in this, like, his whole life was being a soldier and destroying the Hideaus, and he'd never thought of any other purpose to existence or to being human, or what being human meant, until his experience in this anime, which I find is amazing. So it's a little hidden gem for me. If you haven't seen it, I'd say take a shot at it. But yeah, that's number 5 for me. What's left on the list? We've got Voltron, My Hero Academia, Death Note, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll say.
Did you review Yu Yu Hakusho? Is that before me too?
That was way before you. That's the first episode.
The
first episode was really funny. It was first episode was Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Fate of the Furious, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Number 4 for me is going to be Voltron.
Okay.
It's good.
You
should
like
see
Death Note that much?
I do. I like Death Note a lot, and I like how short it is. I like that it comes to a close well, and it's an earned ending, and it's thought out. And
you've seen Erased, right?
I've not.
You've not seen Erased?
No. There's a lot of anime I
haven't
about that? Seen.
Death Parade?
No. Wait.
Oh my
Death Parade's the one about the place where people are tried to see where they go to heaven or hell. Is that the thing?
Sort of, yeah.
Right.
I mean, they're not tried. They're more like they play a game to see their
to reveal
true inner self. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I saw the first episode of that, and I was like, nah, not for me. So I'm sure it's a fine anime.
I mean, you should definitely watch the next ones, because the first one is definitely pretty intense, but all the others are not.
Okay.
Like, straight up.
Okay. Well, maybe
that's just the one to grab your attention, you know.
Yeah. Well, yep.
No, it had an adverse effect on you, but you're Ethan, so.
Yeah. Look, I did look.
But don't butt me. I
don't like shows that leave me feeling sad. That's why I turned off of Jessica Jones. I watched that and I was like, man, life is the worst.
But Death Note, that's very uplifting and positive anime.
But I mean, the good guys win. Let's bottom line.
Very uplifting, I think. Yes.
I think it's interesting. It's not necessarily uplifting, but I don't leave Death Note feeling like, man, any moment somebody could kill me with a Death Note. Life is the worst. But Jessica Jones, it's like, man.
No, Jessica Jones was definitely depressing.
Yes.
I'll give you that. But,
mental illness is the best. No,
you should definitely give Death Note another try, or at least more of that.
Death Parade. Yeah.
Whatever. Death Parade.
Sure. Well, you should
and
watch Death
is really
Note.
Good. Yeah.
I've heard, and I should probably see it. I know I should, but I just haven't. Yeah.
I'm going to pile drive you into the dirt.
Where the heck were we? Death Note, I think, is my 3. What did I have left? I don't remember what's left. Oh, well, no. My Hero Academia is my 3. Death Note's my 2. Mm-hmm. I like My Hero a lot, and it's sort of like, I don't know. It's My Hero Academia has sort of renewed my interest and trust in shonen anime, or at the very least, it is a shonen anime that I will watch right now. The only other one on this list being Seven Deadly Sins, because I'm not gonna watch. I'm just not gonna watch One Piece I'm not. And this one, I don't know. My Hero Academia, it's really good. It speaks to me. It's fun. It's relatable. I like a school for superheroes. That's a cool idea. It's an idea that I think
I should have reviewed Food Wars, honestly.
You should
combat your shonen stuff. I'm not gonna watch One Piece.
I'm just not.
800 episodes.
There's so much of it, Eddie. Who's got time? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
The number one is Yu Yu Hakusho, which should be no surprise to anyone who knows me.
Ethan bias.
Yes, that's definitely an Ethan bias, but I will say it's.
Has it really stood the test of time, Ethan?
I think it has, because other anime still
doesn't
copy
have that
things
90s
from it.
Feel to it.
I mean, it's one of those anime that you have to look at as, I guess is the word you would use a classic? I don't know. I think I would use classic, but
yeah, I mean, a lot of the really popular 90s anime were classic for its time.
Classic, and I think a word I would use would be like canon. Like, it's a good anime canon. It's a really good example of a tournament anime. If you're going to think of something other than Dragon Ball Z to look at for a tournament anime, Yu Yu Hakusho is your place to go.
I mean, I think that'd be considered more of a genre-defining anime,
I guess,
rather than a canon anime, because canon just means pertaining to actual story.
Genre-defining is fine, yeah. So I'd agree with that. It's something that's just other anime take cues from, most certainly. And if you like any kind of shonen anime in the past decade, but you haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, I think you should take the time to experience it. So yeah, that's me. What's yours? What's your ranking for this, Eddie? What's your number one at the very least?
My number one, Food Wars. No, I'm just kidding. I really like that anime. You don't have me, Eddie.
No, that's fine. Tons of people do. I admit that and accept that.
Ethan opinion.
Look.
And haven't watched it. I'm just gonna review it anyway.
I'm not gonna review it. I read the first few chapters and I was like, nope. Thanks.
Good
Bye.
Lord. I guess I would have to say, I don't know. I guess My Hero Academia would be
My Hero. You number one on this list? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that we both have other anime that, I mean, I don't necessarily have other anime. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably my favorite, but we both have other anime that we've seen that's not on this list that would probably rank higher than some of the things we've mentioned on this list. Certainly. Yeah. But for the sake of this show and the people that love it.
Yeah. Number two would probably be Your Name for me.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
It's really good. I agree. Very good. Very well done. Just
what were the other two that I watched that was on your list?
Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins would be number three.
Gotcha. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I think, was the only other one that you'd seen.
Yeah, and that
because
would
you've
be
seen some of it.
Number four, because I haven't seen all of it. So.
Yeah. Oh, and Vigilantes, because you've read Vigilantes.
Oh. Yeah, that would probably be put up above Yu Yu Hakusho for number four, to be honest.
Well, my goodness
just
gracious.
Because I haven't seen much of it.
Insult my honor. Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen much of Vigilantes either. You read like 3 chapters.
I read like...
You read, I guess, whatever was out at the time.
Yeah, I read quite a few chapters.
Okay.
It's just,
acceptable.
My Hero Academia is... I don't read manga, and I know this, and I don't prefer reading manga, so... If it gets adapted into an anime, I would probably rank it higher.
Cool.
Just because I'm like that person, so...
That is perfectly fine. I think it is getting a print release, which I think comes out in July.
A print release? What does that mean?
As in, so like Vigilantes, up till now, the only way you can read it is, in America at least, is on the Viz app on your phone.
Oh, you mean like an actual hard copy?
It is getting a printed volume that will be physical that you can touch and flip through and you can buy in bookstores. That will be coming out in July. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and I will support it. And probably read through it again. Okay. That's it. Oh, we're almost done. Well, almost. We're moving on to our largest section.
The movies.
The movie section.
A lot more difficult. Because I'm going to have to repeat a lot of things.
That's okay. I think... Alright, this is what we'll do.
Oh, no, I can write it down. What am I talking about?
You can. We're going to go... I think... How about this? We'll start at the top. We'll name the movie. And then we'll name the second movie. And we'll decide which of those two is above the other. And then we'll go to the next movie and decide where it fits in those. And so eventually we'll work a rank. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. For instance, the top two on my list are Solo and Deadpool.
Okay.
Which of those do we think is better?
Definitely Deadpool.
So.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, I see what you mean.
Right. So now Solo is the bottom, Deadpool is right above it. So Solo's 1, or Solo's 2, Deadpool's 1. All right. Next one up, Batman Ninja. All the way to the bottom immediately. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be at the bottom of my list. That or Rampage. Those are the two competing for the worst film on this list. Maybe the Death Note movie as well. We'll see. All right, so Batman Ninja at the bottom, then Solo, then Deadpool. Gotham by Gaslight.
That's all you.
I know it's all me. I think I'm trying to think if I would see, like, if I had the opportunity right this second to see either Solo or Gotham by Gaslight, which one would I see again? I think I'd probably see Solo again. Just because I'd want to see it again. So Gotham by Gaslight. So yeah. Okay. So Batman Ninja at the bottom, Gotham by Gaslight, Solo, Deadpool. Avengers Infinity War.
That's pretty high.
Easily on the top of that list, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
We're
about to get into some difficult ones, yes.
I would put that like right below Infinity War, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay. Next one. This will be easy, right? No. Black Panther. Right? So it's like, is it better than Thor?
That would probably be right below Thor Ragnarok. Yeah.
I think I'd agree with that one.
I think there's like a couple of movies I would put above Black Panther, but as of right now.
Yeah, as of right now on the list.
Yeah. Right under Thor.
Cool. Last Jedi. Did you see that one? You did see that one.
Yeah. I've seen.
But you weren't on that episode, were you?
Was I? No?
I don't remember. I know Michael was.
I don't think I was.
No, yeah, it was Michael and Corey.
Yeah, because I was doing something that week or something.
Right.
I don't remember.
But you have seen it, so.
Yeah.
Where would you put that?
Probably between Black Panther and Deadpool, which is what the list is currently, right?
Let's see. Bottom of the list right now is Batman Ninja, then Gotham by Gaslight, then Solo. I had Deadpool next, then Black Panther, Thor, and Avengers.
So between Black Panther and Deadpool.
So better than Deadpool, but not as good as Black Panther. I would move it one rung up on my list above Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably see it again before I saw Black Panther again.
Okay, no, that's fair. I'll go along with that. If we're going in terms of like, I'd see that again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I generally think. I think about movies, or like ranking movies. I think.
Okay.
Next one's Rampage.
Do you want to see that again, Ethan?
No, never. But I also
Do you
never
wish you
want
could
to
have
see.
not seen it?
Like, I'm just wondering if I think I enjoyed Batman Ninja more than Rampage.
Wow.
In an ironic way, like.
So
Rampage
bad
was
good way.
Yeah, like Rampage was just dumb. Rampage is gonna be the bottom of this list currently. Next one's Ready Player One.
That's another. Jeez.
I
enjoyed it. I will admit.
Yep, there are some films on this.
I would possibly put that above The Last Jedi myself.
Really? Okay. I think I'd put it right below. Because Avengers Infinity War would be number 1, then Thor, then Last Jedi, then Black Panther. I think I'd put it below Black Panther. So it's ahead of, I'd probably put it below.
Well,
Deadpool.
this is where our interests like
I guess
go against each other.
I guess so.
Because I don't like Star Wars very much, and you love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I love video games, and you aren't that into video games.
Yeah, accurate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would still put it above Last Jedi myself. But
yeah. Okay.
You have the list. I'm not writing these down.
Deviate.
So whatever.
That's fine. We'll put it. We'll agree to go between there. You put it above Last Jedi, which would put it like third in this list. I put it above Deadpool, which would make it like 5. So let's move it. Let's say Black Panther right above it. So like Avengers: Infinity War number 1, then Thor Ragnarok, then Last Jedi, then Black Panther, then Ready Player One, then Deadpool, then Solo, then the other garbage we mentioned. Well, no, Gotham by Gaslight's not garbage. It's just Gotham by Gaslight, then garbage, then Batman Ninja and Rampage. The Death Cure.
That one's gonna be pretty low for me, honestly.
It's gonna be pretty low, but I enjoyed it.
I would put it under Deadpool myself.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, between Solo and Deadpool. So better than Solo, not as good as Deadpool. Jumanji. I feel the same. It's such.
Oh my god,
that was such a good film. I'd see that right now. Like I'd go watch that.
Yeah,
again right this
I would probably put that above Black Panther myself too.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, so that's like somewhere. So between Black Panther and Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like our number 5 at the moment. Jumanji, Justice League. Down there with the crap. Maybe third from the bottom. Better than Batman Ninja and better than Rampage, but not better than anything else on this list.
Yeah.
The Dark Tower.
I'd put it.
You didn't see it. I'd put it above Justice League, but probably not anything else on this list. It wasn't. I don't think it was bad, but it wasn't remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Did you review that? Is that another one?
Yeah, I reviewed that with Corey.
Okay.
No, actually, no. This is when David was still here. It was the thing that I brought that day. This was back when we were still in that format. It was just one of the things that I brought.
Okay.
It was a while ago. As were the last 4 on the list. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yeah. Oh.
Ah, jeez. I don't usually like Spider-Man movies, but I enjoyed Homecoming a lot.
I agree.
If only because of the whole like twist, like near the end.
Yeah, I'd say either right above or below Jumanji. Like it's in that same.
Yeah, I'd probably put it like right below Jumanji myself.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Since I was fine with above or below, I'm fine with right below Jumanji. That's fine. I personally would probably put it above Jumanji, but I'll go with below so that we can be okay. Next, Wonder Woman, probably the only good DC movie in existence, but definitely on this list. Okay, how about I think Deadpool seems to be our midpoint at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was like right above Deadpool.
Right above
that's actually
Deadpool?
what I was thinking.
I'd agree. Yep, I agree with that. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I'd probably put it like around that area as well.
Yeah, right above
like,
Wonder Woman, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fate of the Furious. Did you see this film?
I did actually.
Okay, good. I think it had several.
And it was actually
qualities.
pretty good. To be honest.
Yes, I'd agree. I'd say it's
right below Deadpool.
Right below, yep, right in the solo Deadpool area. Yep.
Yeah.
I'd agree. That's
Deadpool,
That's the definitive rankings. All right, I'm gonna walk through this once. Readers jot it down, or listeners jot it down, so you know. Number 1, Avengers: Infinity War. Number 2, Thor Ragnarok. Number 3, I believe we said Last Jedi. Number 4, I think was Black Panther. Somewhere around there.
I put Ready Player One right there. So.
Oh, there you go. That's fine. We'll do that. Ready Player One, then Black Panther, then I think Jumanji-ish. Sounds about right. Yeah. Jumanji, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, then probably Wonder Woman, Deadpool, Solo, and then all the other nonsense we said, like Gotham by Gaslight, Justice League, The The Dark Tower, Fate of the Furious is probably sooner on that list, right above Solo. And then all the other garbage. The Death Note movie we didn't mention, but that would definitely be at the bottom with Rampage, and Batman Ninja. The Dark Tower's down there too. Those are them. Sounds
legit to me.
What's that?
I said sounds legit to me.
Sounds super duper legit. But yeah, that's it, everybody. We've done it. We've gone through everything that we've seen and told you what's good and what's not. You mark that down, post it on your blogs, let everybody know that's how it is.
Tell the presses.
All right. I think with that, we can move into... We talked about doing a few E3 predictions, and we can probably... I think we can just tie that into our What You Should Be Nerding Out To section.
Wild
Sound good to you?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Indeed. So, What You Should Be Nerding Out To, we'll start off... Actually, since we're still in the Marvel movie section, I want to talk real quick. Have you seen the trailer for the Spider-Verse movie? The full one that dropped?
I have not seen it yet, but I've heard people are freaking out about it.
Oh my gosh, it got me so pumped. It got me so ready. I'm so ready, Eddie. It's so good. Because, I didn't know, because I don't think anyone really knew what to think about too much before seeing this, but, the trailer reveals that it's obviously going to be a little bit more centered around Miles Morales, which is really freaking cool. Who is sort of like the next Spider-Man after Peter Parker. It's like when Peter Parker's older. I think the actual storyline is Peter Parker dies and Miles Morales takes up the mantle, which I'm wondering if that means we're going to see Peter Parker die in this movie. I really hope we do. It would be super freaking cool. But it's also so it's mixing Miles Morales' story, which is the Ultimate Spider-Man, I think, from the Ultimate Spider-Man or Ultimate universe in Marvel. With the Spider-Verse thing, which is the Spider-Verse comics, where it's just when there was these crazy powerful mage people who were feeding on spider people energy, and they were just essentially traveling through all the different universes and destroying and consuming the spider people. So because of that, we got to see all of the different Spider people. And because of that, at the end of the trailer, we get to see friggin' Spider-Gwen. And I'm losing my mind. I was like, holy crap. I was so happy to see Spider-Gwen in front of my face in motion. That was, I'm so pumped.
She's your waifu.
Yeah, I guess probably the closest I've ever had to
legitimately
a waifu.
your waifu.
Yeah,
don't even try.
That makes sense. I don't think I've ever had a waifu. So yeah,
you would totally marry her in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
that would be a waifu.
Absolutely. Anyways, she shows up and I was like, yeah! I was so pumped. So I'm hoping that what we've seen in this trailer is just Act 1 of this movie, and that we don't... I'm sure we'll get more. I'm probably not going to watch any more trailers, though. This will be the last one I see, if I can help it. And yeah, I'm so excited for everything we're going to see. It was slightly strange that she referred to herself as Spider-Gwen, or someone referred to her as Spider-Gwen, because technically in the comics her name is Spider-Woman, but the fans call her Spider-Gwen, so it would be counterproductive to call her Spider-Gwen if that was in her actual universe. But... who cares?
Pack it up, boys. It's going to be horrible. Sorry.
I don't think so. I'm just excited that she's here. And yeah. It's going to be... it's cool. Watch it as soon as you can.
Spider-Woman.
Watch it as soon as you can.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Whew. Okay, now we can move on to E3. I got that out of my way. I held on to that. I was going to talk to you about it before the pod, but I was like, no, I'll save that energy for just the pod.
Just the pod.
I was afraid that I would forget about it. That's honestly
Those Nerds You Know exclusive.
Yes,
Ethan's excitement.
Anyway, grace us with your wild accusations for...
first wild accusation. Breath of the Wild Majora's Mask.
Yes, that's a wild hope, I think.
I think that they are going to... I think they're going to do something with it. Because they've done it before with wild success.
Okay.
Doing the same exact thing. All they did was transfer the models from Ocarina of Time into a new game, into a new world.
Right. Do you think that what we'll get will be think it would be like a similarly like a really rushed game that's like moved that just uses all the same stuff, or do you think ground up but the same idea?
I think the Sheikah Slate would be present, at least in some form of another. Like the abilities that you can do there. Gotcha. It might be something different, like maybe Majora's pin pad or something. I don't know. But I think they would not get rid of the Sheikah Slate abilities. Right. Because that's what made Breath of the Wild one more unique than the other Zeldas.
Gotcha.
I think that they'll somehow combine like the Sheikah technology with like the Twilight Realm or something, because theories say that Majora's Mask and Majora was of the Twilight Realm, with all the imagery and stuff in Twilight Princess.
Gotcha.
Based around Majora's Mask. So I definitely think they would somehow combine that with, because the Sheikah imagery is very similar to the Twilight Realm as well. Gotcha. With the orange lines and stuff like that. And the aesthetic is very similar to the Twilight Realm, I think.
Based off things that you said before and that we've kind of talked about before with Breath of the Wild, is like I think it would be really cool if that's what we got, if they tied it into the Twilight Realm, and like going into the Twilight Realm we could like explore some of the past of the world of Breath of the Wild, and like learn about some of the ruins and some of the technology and some of the different people that have been. Like I think that would be so cool.
I think it would be a genius move on Nintendo's part, and it would be extremely easy, because all they would have to do is port the models over. They don't even have to change animations or anything, because that's what they did with Majora's Mask.
Absolutely.
And I think that they could make so much money off of that and just continue their cash cow that they've got with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So I think they're planning on doing something with that, as opposed to downloadable content or anything like that.
Do you think they drop like a cinematic trailer and a release date, or do you think we get like?
I think they would just put the title.
That's what I was thinking too. Like what we got with like Metroid Prime.
Exactly.
Like just, hey guys, this is happening.
Yeah. And like just something mentioning with Majora, like. If there's a Zelda logo up there and anywhere it says Majora, then people are gonna flip the crap out, like legitimately.
So did Majora ever make any noise or anything? Does he have like a laugh or a sound?
The only thing we got, and I think I mentioned this, but the final boss to Majora's Mask is the mask itself, but after you beat it, it transforms into like Majora's incarnation and Majora's wrath and things like that. So we never actually see Majora, whoever that may be. We just get like monstrous craziness from Majora's Mask. So
gotcha.
The embodiments of rage, I guess you could call it.
It'd be really cool if it was just said like, if it's just like fades in, it's just like The Legend of Zelda, and it's like all the words are like really like gold and shiny, and then like it glints, and then you see like a reflection of Majora's Mask in it.
That would I'm telling you, people would
lose
go
their
crazy.
Minds. That'd be super cool.
Because Breath of the Wild takes a lot from Ocarina of Time. Like I'll be honest, like the temples, the names, the sages, you know. There's a lot of reference to Ocarina of Time.
And I can agree with you now because I've played.
And so the next step with this game having been so successful, so much success that Nintendo hasn't seen in a long time, I think the next step would be to recreate that in some way or another.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And the sooner the better, I think.
Yeah.
Not that I want to rush game.
Yeah, sure. But I don't think it would take very long, because Majora's Mask only took like 6 months to make after Ocarina of Time. So.
Certainly. Man. I do want new places to explore, though. If they.
Oh, yeah. I think it would be a completely new world like Majora's Mask was. So
gotcha.
I don't think they would skimp out on the environment, because Nintendo really likes environmental things.
Yeah. So that would be so cool. Gosh, that'd be cool. Ugh.
What about you? You give me a crazy accusation.
Oh, I have no flipping clue. This is like my first time ever paying real attention to this. Like I'll occasionally listen to people's like reviews of E3 or something like that, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's like everybody's gonna talk at this, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't know. Crazy. Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe.
Oh, well, that's not really. I mean, they're gonna show Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff.
I mean, yes. There's a date for that, right?
No.
What?
I don't think there's a. I don't think there's.
Okay,
anything.
well, maybe we'll get that. Hopefully. Kingdom Hearts 3, $20.99.
$20.99. 3,000.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
I bet there's gonna be a lot of like battle royale announcements too.
Yeah,
silly as crap.
I imagine
because that's the new frontier right now. We're gonna see a whole generation of battle royale games.
Heck yeah, we're gonna get in on that cash cow.
Super Smash Brothers battle royale. We're dropping in Mushroom Kingdom. Let's go kill some people.
That's what I want to see. I want to see more Smash Bros. Not battle royale, but I want to see more of their Smash Brothers.
Oh, we'll get more. That's what most people are waiting for.
Like,
and I think we're gonna get. Go ahead.
Sorry, Nintendo's probably the thing I care most about at this E3.
Yeah. And I think we're going to be seeing like Animal Crossing, an Animal Crossing announcement, and
yep, for all those people that like Animal Crossing.
Yeah. You're saying you don't like Animal Crossing? I've never played Animal Crossing.
I've never played it.
Ethan says
it doesn't appeal to me at all. I
didn't think that either. I thought that I was like, Animal Crossing, and then I played it. You know how many hours I put into New Leaf, which is the 3DS game?
I don't want to know because I put
300 hours.
I put so many hours into other games, and I'm just like, I can't have another game that I'm going to put this many hours into.
I've never put that many hours into a video game before, and I put 300 hours into Animal Crossing.
I've put more.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Which is hard, I guess, strange to hear from me because I'm not the video game expert at the moment, but I have certainly put more than that into a game.
What game?
Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy, you'll hear that most from Final Fantasy players. I put 200 hours.
Beyond reason. Like 80 hours in and you're done with the story. I've played this game for over 300 hours. And it reminds me of that every time I turn it on. Because it's like, it gives you the amount of hours on your save file. Fun. And I'm like, ooh. And this is after I had a save file get deleted. That was already pretty far along. So I put a lot of time into that game. Yes.
I think they're going to announce a Borderlands 3 as well.
Oh, cool.
Like, getting away from Nintendo, Borderlands 3
probably play those other two games.
And I really, really want Bethesda to announce Elder Scrolls 6, but they're not going to because Fallout 76 is going to be a thing.
Oh,
I bet you that's going to be a battle royale. Like, I will bet you $10 that it's going to be a battle royale.
Unless you want to bet it was like in the middle of production and wasn't going to be battle royale, and then battle royale got popular, and they were "Oh, let's do that."
Yeah, I mean, it might be. I mean, it's I don't know.
I just hope that's not. I'm afraid that that's the reality for too many games at this point. That they were originally going to be something else, and then battle royale got popular.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, let's do this with it." Like I feel like that's a bad idea. Don't. Ugh. But anyway,
I think that it's gonna they've already confirmed that it's not gonna be the normal single player RPG style that they have done it already, that they've been doing Fallout with.
You mean the one that they've been very successful with?
Yeah, right. So
that people really like.
I fully believe that 76 is gonna be
maybe
the time before the war began or whatever, the pre-apocalyptic Fallout world where.
Gotcha.
It's about to be nuked or whatever. I don't know the Fallout story, but I just know it has something to do with like post-apocalyptic nuclear warfare or something like that.
Yep.
So I don't know. Just with the way that things are going, I can bet you that 76 is going to be a battle royale with 76 people from Vault 76 or something like that.
Yeah. Honestly, you're probably right.
We'll see. Wild accusations with Eddie. Oh man.
What else? I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know much about E3 in general. I'll be interested to see what Sony's going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I like them, I'm a fan, and I want to see what the future holds for PS4 and their plans. Because is the PS4 kind of pretty far along in its lifespan at this point?
Yeah. It's been out for 3 years.
Yeah, so I imagine they're in this. I imagine they're in a phase where they're going to be like, this is good. This is what's going to happen for the next couple of years, and then the PS5 will be about.
Yeah, especially with the Switch.
Yeah,
they're a bit behind with the Switch.
And I'm wondering if anyone's going to try and compete with the Switch's mobility.
They're totally going to do that.
I wonder if they're going to push to have a newer Vita. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm honestly about to buy a Vita, just because it's got a really cool game library, and the more I look into it, the more I'm like, man, I want to play that. And because I've been thinking lately of just all the old games that I really enjoyed on my PS2 and different things like that, and I'm just like, man, I would love it if this came to the Switch. But then I realized that there are collections that already exist of those things on the PS Vita. There's a Sly Cooper collection on the Vita, and I'm like, that is exactly what I've always wanted. So I think I'm just gonna get a Vita and that. Also, there's a Final Fantasy X collection with 10 and 10-2 and extra content, and I'm like, yeah. And they re-recorded on the Vita, and they re-recorded all of the music for it, and I'm just like, that sounds dope.
Also, PS4 came out in 4.5 years ago, so
it's even older than I would have thought. So
we might be seeing mentions of new
new hardware
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think it'll be really funny if when I get a PS Vita, because then at that point I will literally have everything that you could use with a PS4 without having a PS4. I'll have a Vita, a PS4 controller, and a PS4
You should definitely
game.
wait for E3 before you make any sort of decision like that.
Should I? I don't know.
Yeah, you should. Well, it's next week, so calm down.
I will. I don't have the money to get it right now anyway, so I'll be waiting for some money to come in. But I also really like the colors that the PS Vita comes in, the fact that it comes in other than black and white. There's a really cool freaking crazy orange, and there's a really cool blue. So I'm just kind of that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Microsoft's going to do. Microsoft is in such a freaking
unknown
I guess world right now.
That'd be a fun one to watch, I guess. Let's see how... see if they go from treading water to either drowning or soaring. Who knows? Maybe they can come out and beat the crap out of everybody. I doubt that, but maybe. Yeah.
In fact, I would say it's very highly doubtful. But
we shall see.
The press conferences are going to be going as EA is first. EA is on the 9th of June.
Boo.
Yeah, right. No, it's definitely boo worthy.
Yeah.
There's Microsoft on the next day. Bethesda later that night on the 10th. Devolver Digital on the 11th.
What do they do?
I don't actually remember.
That's perfectly fine.
Devolver Digital is known for Hotline Miami, Shadow Warrior 2.
Okay.
Let's see, what other stuff do they do? Serious Sam. Wow. Why did they have a conference? That's really weird.
Well, Serious Sam... I think they're announcing a new one.
It might be.
Correction. I think the new one has been announced. I think they're probably going to talk more about it. Yeah. Because there was like a trailer released for it a while ago, and I think this is when they were planning to reveal like what's actually been going on and like when it's going to come out.
That's really weird, though. I don't see why they would. Anyway, the Square Enix and Ubisoft and the PC Gaming Show and Sony are all on the 11th. Jeez.
All on my birthday, yay!
Yeah. Oh, it's your birthday. Oh,
yeah.
Happy early birthday.
Oh, grazie.
But Squeenix, Ubisoft, PC Gaming Show, Sony, and Devolver.
I'll be pawned for Squeenix. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Squeenix is gonna be good. Yeah. And then Nintendo on the 12th. So that's the E3 lineup happening in a few days. Tomorrow. Wait. It's midnight, so
so it's midnight for you.
The 9th. So in 2 days for you, but tomorrow for me. In terms of time currently.
Right.
But by next week we'll have seen all of it. Or
Excellent.
at least we'll know everything about it that comes out. So we'll be coming to the people with the information if they haven't gotten it already.
Swag.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Squeenix and Nintendo though. So.
Yeah.
Nintendo's gonna steal the show, like no doubt. Like Nintendo's gonna have so much stuff now that the Switch has been out for a year.
Yeah, I agree.
They can start like hammering the releases.
Yep.
It's gonna be
excited for some exclusives and some big name drops.
Yeah.
Because I recently learned that Shin Megami Tensei. Are you aware of those games?
The Persona series.
Well, yes, like Persona is an offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be on the Switch as an exclusive. Oh, and I'm like, dang.
So is Bayonetta 3.
What a move. Well, I mean, Bayonetta 2 was already a Nintendo property, so like that's not as big of a thing. But I'm like, SMT is a big JRPG, like huge cult following, and I'm like, they're going straight to Nintendo. And I'm just like, that's gnarly.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I think we can expect great things.
Yeah. God, I hope for Majora's Mask Breath of the Wild.
There you
God,
go.
you have no idea how much I want that. Ever
hold
since
my breath
Breath of
with
the
you.
Wild, like, jeez.
But yeah, so essentially our next week's episode will be us talking about this. I'll have to pay attention to it this time and to E3.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'll have all the information, like regardless if you don't pay attention or not.
I trust you. But I will also do my best to have something to contribute.
Okay. I'll note down the notable things from each conference.
Excellent. Well, thank you. I think unless you have other things for nerding out to, I think we can probably close it out there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Excellent. But yeah, that's another show. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for allowing this to happen. You make it possible. You don't really make it possible because no one really supports us. But we know that at least a couple people listen to this, and we're happy to keep doing it because of that. But thank you for everything. 50 episodes, guys. It's been great. It's been really cool being here with y'all. Here's to 50 more. But you can find us on Twitter at Team YK Pod and on Facebook at Team YK Pod. Those Nerds You Know. You can find us on YouTube, on iTunes, on Google Play. Although I don't know what's happening, but I can't find us on Google Play right now. But don't worry, guys. I'm gonna figure it out. No worries. We'll be on Google Play soon. Again, Stitcher, Castbox, Podbean, all those typical places. Just thanks for listening. Tell a friend if you can. Give us a good review if you feel so inclined. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to the person that gave us another 5-star review on iTunes. You're awesome. That's
Wait,
the show.
Somebody gave us a 5?
Yeah, like I was showing this. Like a friend of mine was inquiring about my podcast, and I was like, "Oh, we're on iTunes." And so she looked it up on iTunes, and we had 2 reviews. I know we always have had 1 because that's David, you duck. But some other person gave us a 5-star review, and I was like,
wow.
"Whoa!" So
why am I just hearing about this now?
I'm sorry. I just heard about it this past week. So well done, Eddie. You helped make it happen.
Was the review good, or was it just like one word? Like
no, it was 5-star in like a paragraph, like a couple sentences.
Huh.
It was good.
Well, you'll have to show me, link me afterward.
Appreciate it. I mean, if you I'll find iTunes anywhere, and it'll be there. But But yeah, thanks everybody for doing that. Thanks for sharing it with a friend. We very much appreciate you. But yeah, that's it for us this week. My name is Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
And we are those nerds you know. Bye.